Hey everybody, it's your friendly neighborhood sax man, Alex. We're in a very hot New York summer day where we got the blinds down because it's so hot you could cook an egg on the street. Wanted to talk a little bit about the Boston Sax Shop reeds and a little bit about what the anatomy of a reed is and what you want to get out of it. Let's get to it. So I have with me the famous Boston Sax Shop reeds. So these come in a variety of either 5 reeds or 10 reeds. So they're really good reeds. I've tried them out, got them 5 days ago, ordered them like a week before. They come in really fast and they come in this really cool package. Everybody knows reeds are aplenty. There are so many reeds out there, but which ones are good and which ones are gonna last? So that's the real question. But I'm not really a gear guy, but this one really changed my mind. Just looking at the Boston Sax Shop website, I'm looking and there's just varieties of 5 to 10 reeds, which are great. That's awesome. If you just want to try them out 5 at a time or 10 at a time, your choice. But they come in soprano, alto, tenor, and barry. This guy has it all. And I really didn't care much about what type of reeds I wanted to play. So, I was juggling between either Rico reeds or Vandoren reeds, and then I started hearing a little bit about Javas and the different types of sub-brands that Vandoren had, and that kind of just discouraged me because, there's blue boxes, there's white boxes, there's red, there's green, there's everything, and I didn't really know what I wanted, right? And I really didn't care. I just wanted the reed to work, to last, and to just be consistent, which is something that, I didn't know I didn't have until I got the Boston Sax Shop reeds. After high school, I went to Berkeley, and I was in the dark in terms of reeds, in terms of how I was going to get repairs for my saxes, and that was just kind of something that I was worried about, and I didn't want to think about. But obviously, as every sax player knows, you need to maintain your sax, every now and then, I don't know, maybe 6 to 12 months at the very least, to make sure that nothing's wrong with it. You don't want to go to a gig and then it just flops on you. Someone recommended Jack Manukin to me, and I had no idea who he was. At the time, he wasn't really someone who is, out there in the world of saxophone repair in general. But I needed a sax repair. My sax was well overdue for, maintenance and tune-up. So I went over to him. He greeted me. He was really nice. He's a really knowledgeable person about the saxophone in general. And the repair was amazing. I didn't have to come to him for another 6 months, and even then, the repair was just phenomenal. Fast forward a couple years ahead, Jack is really big in the industry now. He's making not only sax reeds, but he's making great neck straps. He has a reed case, and he has ligatures, and now he has a saxophone neck for alto and tenor, which is amazing. And I just wanted to talk a little bit about his reeds. I know that the pandemic is really weighing down on us, especially musicians, and we can't really go to music stores in general, but Jack is ahead of his time. He's doing all he can. He has this on his website. You can order it, and it comes really quick. I ordered this, I'd say like a week ago, and it came in 5 or 6 days. Very fast. Came in a really small package. It came with the Sax Shop reeds and with a sticker, which is really cool. You can put it on your case. You can put it on anything you want. Whatever makes you happy. The Boston Sax Shop reeds comes in a really nice, kind of glossy matte-esque casing, which I think is really nice. I think a lot of reed companies don't, put that into consideration, and I really enjoy it. Just a little pet peeve of mine, if a box reed is like half torn, that's not cool. I bought this one. It was a box of 5 reeds just to try it out. It's really cool. I put the sticker on the side, but it's usually where the opening is. But it tells you what strength reed it is, and it has the little Boston Sax Shop logo in it, which is really cool. Just added branding, which is nice. And we open it up. All right. So right off the bat, we have our Boston Sax Shop reed. It's in this really nice kind of futuresque looking thing. The reed case, whatever you want to call it. A little introduction. We need to know a little bit about the reed in general, just to know what we want out of it. Just by looking at it, it looks really nice. If you take it to a bright light, and you can see through it, you can see that the filing on the side is really even. Also, the tip of the reed is nice and rounded. A lot of the times when I buy reeds, not for the Boston Sax Shop, they're not really well shaved. You can see that the shaving around the middle of the reed, or sometimes we call it the heart of the reed, is not even. It's not that nice pyramid that you want. It can really affect the sound of the reed. So Boston Sax Shop, +1 for that. Nice. I give that 5 jazz blue notes out of 5 jazz blue notes. You know. Just a little bit more about it. If you look at it, so the heart of the reed right here is something that you really want to either, if you know how to file a reed, go for it. If you don't, stay away from this as much as possible, because if you change the heart of the reed, it's going to destroy it. It's going to destroy the sound. It's going to destroy the strength. You really want to avoid it if you don't know what you're doing. So the tip of the reed, usually the part where you tongue it, you know, it's like something that's very important for sax players, is to know how to tongue, and the tip of the reed is very important. That's like the main part of the reed that vibrates. And I say it's really even. There's no kind of jagged edges going on, so that's really good for the Boston Sax Shop reeds. And if you see the rails, it's very even. If you like brush your finger through it, there's no like bumps or ridges that may affect putting it on the mouthpiece. So awesome, great. That's what I want in a reed. That's what you should want in a reed. Just by looking at it, it's already really good signs, no red flags. If you see this, the stop right here between the actual bark, or some people call it the stock of the reed, is really nice. You know, it's kind of just more aesthetic. But I really enjoy that it's, you know, not shaved off. Some reeds are shaved off, but this one's nice and smooth. I like to feel it, you know. And then we get the table. So the table is kind of just one of these things that can go really bad or really well. In my experience, when I tried to file a reed using the table, I messed every reed that I had, and it's a really bad thing if you don't do it evenly. But just looking from it and feeling it, super even, super nice. They did a really good job. So Jack, kudos for you. And then you can just get a little logo here with the strength of the reed, and that's cool. You know, just a little bit of added aesthetic, and that Jack's reeds are amazing. You know, like out of all the 5 reeds, 5 of them are great. You know, something that I didn't get in previous brands. You know, I would get a box of 10 reeds hoping that maybe 2 would be great, but no. You know, I would stick to 1 and have to file it until I got the semi-satisfaction of having a semi-good reed. So yeah, Jack, you did an amazing job, and I highly recommend that you buy these reeds. When you're done with the reed, you want to make sure that you get all the moisture out and you put it on a flat surface, right? If you have the opportunity, on the Boston Sax Shop website, we also have this really nice Boston Sax Shop reed case. I have all my reeds nicely put in order, and it has a nice flat surface so that the reeds retake their original shape of being flat, right? One of the main reasons why reeds start to feel a little bit thinner is because they're warping, right? You're literally pushing against the reed with your lower lip, and eventually, you know, after a long period of time, you're going to stress the reed so much so that it starts to, you know, look like this, and that's not what we want, right? So having a flat surface to put your reed on after you practice or after a gig is really good to prolong the life of the reed. Highly recommend buying the Sax Shop reed case, because it's really good, it's really compact, and you can go easily in your case. In New York, the summer has been terrible, because not only has it been extremely humid, but we've been quarantined here for more than 5 months, and honestly, it has been such a whirlwind of changes between having a reed that works and having a reed that just sounds like a kazoo. As soon as I bought these and got the Boston Sax Shop reeds, there was a freaking hurricane that went through New York, and it was like 10,000% humidity. And when I tried my old reeds, I was like, wow, okay, all right, kazoo time. When I tried the Boston Sax Shop reeds, it was amazing. It was, you know, night and day. Oh, great tune, by the way. That is a huge plus. Having a reed that's very versatile in different climates, like being in Florida, if I had a reed that could not withstand the 1,000,000% humidity of Florida at all times, even in winter, then, you know, forget it. I would throw it away. But I am so certain that if I went back to Florida and had these reeds with me, they'd be perfectly fine. If you're interested in buying these reeds, click the link in the description down below. I have an affiliate link with Boston Sax Shop, so if you really want to buy them and help support me and Jack, please click the link, use the promo code, so buy them. He does a weekly Q&A session on Instagram Live, I think on Monday at 5 p.m. So go check that out. There's a lot of great stuff that I've listened to and tuned into. He also does a lot of collaborations with Boston Sax Shop artists, and it's great. It's awesome. He's putting out some really new products, so go check him out. One thing that I think is super important is that a lot of the times when saxophonists record in the studio or wherever it may be, we have a particular set of frequencies that can be really annoying to play over. We rarely know what those frequencies are. For sound engineers, because I'm a sound engineer, those are some frequencies that we want to avoid. And when we're doing EQing in the mix, especially with my videos when I play saxophone, I tend to notice these frequencies more when I have a reed that's very old or just a very bright reed, and playing with the Boston Sax Shop reeds has improved those frequencies that can be annoying, which is something that I don't think a lot of people notice. So huge plus, especially for the recording industry, that I think nobody has really noticed, especially with reeds. The Boston Sax Shop reeds kind of just did without nobody ever knowing, so I think that's a huge plus. Thank you for watching the video, and as always, don't forget to like and subscribe, and stay saxy!